Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back in with another cryptocurrency video. Today we're going to be looking at Ripple XRP and seeing can it make a comeback back to 50 cents a dollar or even its all-time highs. It's currently at 30 cents, which is a pretty key level. And we're going to talk about what that means later in this video when we cover a more in-depth price chart analysis. But looking at some of the basics about Ripple here, let's go ahead and mention a couple brief stats. Currently sitting at the fourth spot with a market cap of $13.6 billion. It has been beaten out by Tether, something that was expected, but you have to keep in mind that Ripple did have the third spot for a long time, and that has now lost that position. In this video, I'm really going to be talking about some of the bullish things about Ripple and some of the bearish things, because it currently has, both those things, and it really depends on your long-term perspective. With that being said, Ripple does have every chance to do well in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, and I do think that it can actually get back to a dollar plus, but we're going to talk a little bit about how that means and what that would look like, because you have to keep in mind that Ripple isn't really a cryptocurrency like the others. It's much less decentralized, and it's targeting a whole different area than your typical cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we'll talk about that later in this video. If you're interested in purchasing Ripple, the exchange that I recommend is Binance. As you can see here, it's the exchange that has the most volume on it. You'll get the best prices, in my opinion. And like I said, I'm not sponsored by Binance. It's just the exchange I actually use myself, and that's why I recommend it in my video. So if you do want to purchase Ripple, make sure to check out Binance. I'll leave a link to it in the description of this video. So looking at the very brief chart here, as many of you know, Ripple did peak at $3 plus back in 2018, and since then has fallen and really has been in a consolidation pattern, pretty much moving very little for over 2 years now. So it's now bringing some signs that it may be ready to kick back into gear, and that's something that a lot of people have been waiting for. In fact, if we go and look at the subreddit of Ripple, which is actually very active, and that is not a bad thing, that's actually a good sign, it has over 219,000 members. So that is actually quite a bit for many other cryptos out there, and that is a good sign. Like I said, it is very active, but please keep in mind that that means that a lot of people have various price predictions in Ripple. So if someone has been holding a bag at $1, when Ripple reaches $1, they might want to sell, and that could put some extra pressure on the price and make it more difficult to move higher. But like I said, we'll see more of that when we look at the actual price chart. So I will cover the website of Ripple just to show you a bit of a rebranding and exactly what they're targeting. How they're branding themselves is really key here. But before I got into that, I just wanted to show you this little article here, how XRP could be a key crypto asset in digital dollar revolution, says CEO Brad Garlinghouse. So what I wanted to mention here, and what this article talks about, is the fact that Ripple is pushing XRP as a bridge asset to power cross-border transactions and exchange one currency for another. You can see the quote here: the whole point of XRP in our context is to be a bridge asset. And the point of Ripple's efforts is to enable a lot of efficiency and liquidity between XRP and the US dollar. Now, what all of this means, right? Mentioned here, XRP is an extremely efficient, extremely scalable blockchain, is ideally suitable for that. Is Ripple is not trying to be the most decentralized cryptocurrency. It's not trying to be even a cryptocurrency like Ethereum with a bunch of digital assets on it and stuff like that. It's really meant to be a very functioning and utility-based cryptocurrency that allows for very efficient, fast, and usable payments. Now you might say every cryptocurrency can do that, and that would be a fair point, but here they're really targeting big institutions and these cross-border payments at the most efficient level possible. That's really all they care about. They don't care about anything else in the crypto space. Like I said, they're not trying to compete with Bitcoin or anything like that. So that can be a good thing and that can be a bad thing, right? On the bullish perspective, they're targeting one thing that makes them more likely to succeed in what they're targeting, but they're not going to be the gold of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin is. That's just not the case. So look at both sides when considering this. Now, looking at the website, XRP, the best digital asset for global payments. That's exactly what I said. That's the first thing that they mention on their website. Now, XRP offers financial institutions, right? That's the key word here, financial institutions. They didn't say your average person, retail or anything like that. They're really targeting financial institutions here, and other more governmental, maybe even payment systems. So offers financial institutions the fastest, most reliable option for sourcing liquidity on demand. And as you move forward here in their website, you're going to see many different things that point once again towards that, right? So once again, making it a convenient instrument in bridging two different currencies quickly and efficiently. That's exactly what I've been saying, right? So let's move forward here. They talk a little bit, about their speed and how their ledger works. And here's a big one: benefits of XRP in payments, because like I said, they're really targeting payments. They don't care about anything else. Well, let's take a look, right? Transaction settlement time. Ripple has some of the fastest around in the cryptocurrency space, and that is just a fact at this point, right? That's something to keep in mind. Now, there's others that do have some very good, comparable times. Like I think Cardano can make a good run for it, but Ripple does beat it out pretty significantly, right? In my experience, Cardano can be, anywhere from a minute to 2 minutes overall. It seems like XRP is 4 seconds, so that is a pretty impressive amount of time there that Ripple can make these payments in. And those are settled payments as well. So how about scalability, right? XRP consistently handles 1,500 transactions per second, 24/7, and can handle the same throughput as Visa, right? Taking a look here, these are literally the amount of transactions per second that Bitcoin and Ethereum can do. And over here we've got Ripple, once again, one of the leaders in terms of the transactions per second in the cryptocurrency space. So once again, this is absolutely necessary to be the leader in global payments as far as cryptocurrency is concerned, is to be able to have comparable outputs to Visa or even better. And XRP is somewhat on that level, right? So they mentioned that they're decentralized. Like we know, that isn't really the case compared to other cryptocurrencies out there. So I don't know if I can agree with that. They mentioned their stability, eco-friendly. This is actually a big one, right? XRP Ledger settles XRP transactions instantly without the energy costs associated with the proof of work or mining. One of the things that may become a problem in the future for cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin is maybe a lot of fire from people who want to be eco-friendly, saying that it's just too energy consuming, and that is a valid concern for Bitcoin and other proof of work cryptocurrencies. This isn't the case for XRP, so it does have that advantage there as well. So once again, XRP metrics, got the settlement speeds, less than 5 seconds. You got extremely low network transaction fees, right? This is literally basically negligible network transaction fees. Huge, absolutely huge for global payments, that will be running 24/7. You can't have these humongous fees like Ethereum and Bitcoin. XRP is not plagued by these type of fees. And then the transactions per second, 1,500, like we talked about. So once again, some of the key things here is to remember that they are much less trying to target your average retail consumer, your average person, more worried about financial institutions, global payments, etc., and being the best at that. So once again, don't really compare it to some of these others here, because it's not going to be a fair comparison, and you'll be missing the point if you do that. Now, looking at the more in-depth chart, a couple things that we're going to talk about. We've talked about the drop. As of a few months back, it did actually manage to break out of the lasting downtrend that it had for the last 2 years. However, that didn't cause it to just go all the way up back to all-time highs, right? We hit 30 cents and then we pulled back from there, and it's been extremely stable like it has been. But on the plus side, I think that Ripple has a pretty good chance of staying above 25 cents now. I really see it being pretty hard for it to fall back below that, or at least back below 20 cents seems very, very unlikely. And if it did, it would be very bearish, but I don't see that happening. What I think is more likely here is that we maybe stabilize around 30 cents. But what's going to be key is getting above 30 cents. As soon as we get back above 30 cents, as you can see, this is a level that we've been trying to break out of multiple times and haven't managed, right? That is going to be the key level to set us back into the strongest bull run we've seen since its previous run up to $3. And if we're able to get back above 30 cents, I have no doubt that we'll be back above 50 cents. We'll be to 50 cents very quickly. And, as soon as we get back above 50 cents, $1 is pretty much in the bag from there. So 30 cents, key level. Once we get back above that, I wouldn't even worry about 50 cents. And if we can manage to get back above 50 cents, stay above that, then $1 plus will absolutely be possible. In my opinion, that's something that could really happen within the next 1 to 3 years pretty easily, right? So you just need to look for those key levels and make sure that we don't lose that 25 cent support either, because that is also the other side of things. Now, if I go ahead and zoom in, what you're going to see is a interesting little cup formation right here and right here on the RSI. This is a good sign. However, one of the things that you will also want to look for is higher highs, because unfortunately here we haven't been putting in higher highs on the last two attempts, and we've actually been putting in lower highs. And this one, if we were to pull back, right, and all of a sudden fall back below 25 cents, that would be 3 lower highs and a loss of support. That would be extremely bearish for Ripple. I would not look to getting into it at that point. However, if on this move, even if it takes a little bit of time, a few weeks, even a few months, if we're able to get back above 30 cents while staying stable, and at that point it will be a confirmed breakout. 50 cents is pretty much in the bag. There's really not that resistance between 30 cents and 50 cents. And even after that, right, if you look at 50 cents, after that, there's almost no resistance to $1. So that becomes very quick and easy as well. So this is my little video today on, can XRP make a comeback? The overall conclusion is absolutely. It can make a comeback. However, it might not be as easy as you might think, but it has every chance of doing so. And once again, important to keep in mind that Ripple is targeting those financial institutions and targeting a different side of the cryptocurrency space, which you may or may not agree with, right? They're not the most decentralized gold standard like Bitcoin is, and that's fine as long as you understand that. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.